Mark Lesage. Please welcome up on this stage, Mark.
Thanks, Peter. Thank you, everybody, for coming here tonight. I don't know what to say. Everybody's been really, really incredible. I feel actually very fortunate to have so many friends, and I don't know what to say. Before this happened, I haven't been out. I missed a few weeks. Now I'm so embarrassed that I'm not going to go again unless I have something to read. I just can't do that. But the problem is, of course, all my poems are probably no longer. So anyway, I have a little book, and I was scribbling things, and so these were not really meant to be read, but they're being read. One is a psalm. Now, I was reading the Psalms, and I like it. I like them. Before this, I was reading about Job, and you may be familiar with Job as the guy who had his family killed, and it was a test between God and the devil to see if Job was going to curse God or if he was going to bless him. And so Job's response, he got his friends around, they're all talking about why did God curse me, kill my kids and all this horrible stuff? And the response was like, well, we don't know the mind of God and all this. And his response was, so I don't care. Well, why? Can you explain this? So it was a very philosophical approach to the question of suffering, personal suffering. David, he did the same thing, but it was much older. So this is before, he didn't have a philosophical response. When he suffered, he just whined and complained. And so that's why I feel more familiar with David in the Psalms. I do a lot of whining and complaining, even before this. So anyway, this is a little psalm that I wrote. But it's not really, and it doesn't have any good structure in it. Okay. Hi, God. The poet in me wants to sing a song. Beholden to you, he swears at circumstance, prays for serendipity, washed pink by goodness. Praise to be your voice. The medium is the message. All groovy rhythms, leaving us all with no choice but to dance. To dance is to merge our physical and spiritual selves. To dance is to belong. To dance is belonging to you. The world in motion, time rolling on, rumbling, a rhythm and a torch, where I see wondrous things. But I feel like floating, like taking my body and laying it down so it can undulate with the breath of the earth. That's it. I had another one, if I can find it. Oh, yeah. So, I sometimes work with youth, and one day this guy was complaining about how hard he was having it, and so in empathy to him, I wrote a little poem that kind of made fun of him. If I can find it. Sorry. I thought I had it. Oh. Okay, so I've changed the name to protect me mainly. Okay. Edward was busy crying the blues. he had no recreational drugs to use. His mind was like a pit of snakes. Give me peace, he said, for goodness sakes. All I want to do is be in school, smoke some dope and act real cool. I'll even do my homework, he agreed. All he wants is a bit of weed. But the man is suspicious and says, you'll try to deceive me. You can't fix your problems on your own. Believe me. Why should I believe you, he says. Let me be while I visit the res. Ha! You are too young, says the man. Irresponsible too. Why should we trust you? So Edward continues on downcast. How much longer must this youth last? Why can't I make decisions for myself like a normal teenage boy? Instead, I'm watched like a hawk and portioned out my joy. Thanks.
Yes, you can. And now Carol has, I think, a presentation.
Well, no, it's not the money.
Oh, okay. She has something to say.
Just a bit of serendipity. When I heard about Mark and Lisa Anna's misfortune, one of the really awful, well, amongst all the awful things, was hearing that Mark had lost all the copies of his play, Rebel of Hungerford. And when I heard it, I thought, maybe I have a copy of it, because I was helping Mark with his rehearsals. And I went home and I went through a bunch of files, and I found a hard copy of the play. And when I found it, of course, you know, it's always in the last place you look, duh, yeah. But when I found it, I felt like, oh my God, this is like, you know, like Moses must have felt. So anyway, Mark, I'm very happy that I'm a like Charlotte's poem. I file everything away, but in this case, I'm very happy that I held on to this. And here's a copy of your script.
See the circle